Morning all, TGIF. Let's get a little AC going in here so it's not sweltering in here. Okay. Part 3 of money. Let's go into metal money and why metal money is better than paper money. Okay. Paper money only has the value set by commerce and what it wants to charge for its services or products. So, similar situation with metal money. Okay, metal money, each disc or coin of metal money, at least the denominations of American currency. Okay. Quarters, nickels, dimes, pennies, half dollars, and such. Okay. These monies are slightly different than like buying bullion. Okay, bullion is 99.99999% pure silver. That bullion is also 1 troy ounce of that resource. If you notice and you look at a bullion round or bar or anything else like that, it does not have a monetary value stamped on it. Its value is resource related. How much is that 1 ounce of whatever your resource you're looking at? They even make copper rounds too. You can't just get gold and silver. You can actually buy copper rounds too. Gold, silver, copper, all precious metals, resource metals. Currency, metal currency, coins. Now, coins have a denomination stamped into it. Now, this is kind of tricky, guys. You're going to have to go with me on this. The amount of precious metal resource in that coin must equal the value stamped on it. So, 1 penny or 1/100th of a dollar of copper priced at copper prices that year that coin was minted is all that is in that particular coin. Now, that's very important to know because have you ever noticed it's harder and harder and harder to find older pennies? Okay? It's because when pennies are through circulation and stuff like that, they make their way back to the mint. Now, let's take a penny from just 10 years ago. Copper is currently more expensive nowadays. So technically, resource related, that penny from 10 years ago is worth more than, say, a penny minted today because of the amount of resource in it. So when, let's see, a penny comes back into the mint that's 10 years old, what happens to that penny? Well, some people think it just goes right back out to the banks and recirculate. No. No, 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 no. That penny is melted down and makes 2 pennies out of, or 5 pennies, or 3 pennies, or 10 pennies. Old wheat pennies that are almost all copper are definitely melted down and definitely made into multiple other coins. So that's how inflation works in metal money. If you have an older penny that is all copper, like an old wheat penny or a buffalo penny or something like that, there's a reason why they're worth more as collectibles. It's not necessarily for the collectible value of it. It's because the amount of resource is actually in that particular coin. Now, I have about 10 Kennedy silver dollars. I also have a bunch of Liberty dollars. Liberty dollars were all silver. Kennedy silver dollars, because of the year in which they were made, have very little silver in them and actually have some copper in them. And whenever you turn it to the side where the grooves are, you can see the copper in it. That coin was minted with the amount of resource in it equal to $1, a silver dollar. So that is why metal money fluctuates in value the older it gets, is because, especially if that particular resource is more expensive than that today versus before. Now, that is how metal money works. Why metal money will probably be recalled once the crypto, the Fed's cryptocurrency is launched. Not only will they offer buybacks for your paper money, they will also offer buybacks for your metal money. It's very important, though, that you do not turn in your metal money, because metal money has value, resource value. Once the American dollar, paper money, is demonetized in favor of the crypto or the virtual cash, that paper will be worthless. It will only be worth whatever the bank will give you in exchange for it. So, yes, once this all happens, go ahead and change your paper currency. That's good. But metal money will have value, sustainable value, because it is a resource currency. It is a bartering material. That coin can be melted down to its base resources and sold such as that, or sold as a resource currency. Bullion, very similar. Okay, so quarters, have copper in them. I think most of what nickels, dimes, and quarters is nickel in it, and with small amounts of copper in it. You can turn it to the ridge side and you can see the copper in it. So, basically you're getting an alloy that is worth a quarter of a dollar, 10 cents of a dollar, and 5 cents of a dollar. So that's how that works, and of course with half dollars and silver dollars. Now I will tell you this, my Kennedy dollars are actually worth about $15 a coin. They were minted at that time with enough resource that was $1 worth of resource. They are now worth $15 a coin. Not crazy amount of money, but if the dollar goes away, you can then exchange metal money. Metal money is just like a bartering tool. People ask me all the time, James, what happens if society breaks down? What are we going to use as currency? Well, I will tell you this. First things first, people are going to be wanting smokes. Those that smoke are going to want some smokes. Those that drink are going to want a beer. They're going to want some booze. If you can grow your own tobacco and roll your own smokes, good for you. If you know how to make your own booze, good for you. A lot of people ask, what about ammunition? Ammunition is a slippery slope as a bartering material because you're giving away or you're trading away a defense product. You're giving away numbers that you may possibly need to defend yourself, your family, and your castle. Now, if you're going to trade ammunition, this should be done through your MAG, your mutual assistance groups, possibly family. If it's your favorite uncle and you used to go to the range with him all the time, fine, trade ammo with him. But for a random passerby coming up to you wanting to trade, unless it's something life-saving that you are in desperate need for, I would not trade ammunition. Once a bad guy finds out you have ammunition or something that they want, they're going to come and they're going to find you and they're going to take what they want. So, one thing about SHTF and stuff like that, you don't always know the intent of the person beside you. What is their level of desperation? What is their level of need? Once desperation hits, guys, people will go to extreme lengths. Remember what I said about old Frankie Fear? When you are afraid and you are desperate, you become laser focused on that desperation and how to relieve or alleviate that desperation or fear. So you will go to extreme lengths to alleviate that fear or desperation. Metal money as a resource is a great thing to have. I highly recommend it. I mean, you guys, back in my day when I was a little kid, I remember all the time my mom would, she'd pull metal money out of the washing machine because Dad would have metal money in his pockets, and every month or so, we'd sit there and roll pennies and nickels, dimes, and quarters and go take it and trade it. Every so often, I get the container out of the laundry room. My wife, when she, gets done doing laundry and pulling metal money out of the washing machine, I go roll it, but I don't trade it in. Back in the day, when I was younger, we'd go to this thing called a Coinstar machine, trade over all our metal money for a receipt, and that was actually worth some money. People didn't want the metal money. They wanted, dollars. It's going to be a hard habit to break, guys, to not throw away or turn in or something like that your metal money. Me, myself, and I don't pass up the penny on the ground. I pick that bad boy up and it goes in my pocket. And more than likely ends up in the washing machine and inside the little box in the laundry room for me to eventually roll and put away. Now, this is how metal money is going to work, guys. Metal money. Make sure you understand how metal money works, and it will be a good bartering material and a safe bartering material for the future. Stay frosty, guys. Have a good weekend.